Well, it's going.
It's going.
Well, kind of. It takes a minute for the Zoom to patch into it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I'm going to be kind of awkward and staring at my computer because I wait for it to shoot me a notification so that I can follow it on my little device so that I can read the comments as we're going through.
No problem.
Yeah. All right. So Chadwick says we are live. So people could actually be listening to what we're saying right now. So keep it clean, Nancy.
I'll keep it clean. Yes.
Yeah. Keep it clean. All right. So I'm going to be awkward for a minute, trying to wait for the notification to come up that Twisted You is live right now, but I don't see it happening.
Oh. See, I've got it on my computer.
Do you?
Mine says live.
Yes, you're live.
Well, I know we're live. Oh, here it is. But I keep waiting for my computer to say, for my little laptop here to tell. So I go through my personal page so that I can find it because I am technically challenged.
Welcome to my world.
There's no other way about it. And so it's not sending me a notification that we're live. So I can find it. That is so frustrating because I really like to read the comments.
Yes.
We have such a great group of peeps that love to interact with us and ask all kinds of questions. And oh, here it is. Here it is.
Yay.
I think I found it. Now I need my glasses on. Matter of fact, we've already got Virginia Stone has said hi. Jennifer Lively, good morning.
Good morning,
I got my
ladies.
computer set up in a completely awkward place now. So I want to click on that. Okay, all right. And I think I need to mute this. You don't need to hear me so it's got a bit of a delay on it too. So we'll be talking and then a question might come up on something we talked about in like 15, 20 seconds. So we may be doing some fact tracking today.
I am okay with that.
All right. Okay.
And I just got a phone call from PayPal. I bet I have money.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, I never get a call from PayPal. That was a joke. I never get a call from that just says PayPal on the caller ID. What is that about?
Those are good calls, though.
Unless they want money. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're going to get started. We're going to get started with what we usually start with. And we're going to talk about what I'm wearing today. So, and it's kind of funny. This is sort of going to tie into, we do a contest every quarter, and we're announcing our Q2 contest today, and it's song inspired. Okay. So we sat down and we're having a meeting trying to figure out what things look like, down the road and what the contest is going to be like. And for some reason it popped in my head, like it's got to be summer, right? What if we pick a song that just inspires summer for you? You hear the song and you think, oh, summer. And the song that jumps in my head and I can't get rid of it is Summer Lovin' from Grease.
Isn't that funny? I was thinking Beach Boys.
Oh, Beach Boys is good. So today I am wearing sort of this to me just kind of feels like a beach, right? And I always remember the little beach thing and getting down in the sand and all that stuff. And so this has got kind of the browns and the blues, and it was a fun scarf to knit up. And I can't tell you what it is because I can't find the pattern. It was a few years ago, but it kind of had this cool feature where it has these little holes and you feed the end of it through these little holes. And so it sort of holds up on your shoulder.
Oh.
However, I did this with Bamboo Bloom, which is obviously a bamboo blend. It's very drapey and nice and soft, and I love it. But when I did this pattern though, it slides, it's slick. And so it just slides off, and I have a little pin up here that's holding it on. So otherwise it just keeps sliding off. So, and it's kind of supposed to gather a little bit. So if you want to knit this, And if you can find the pattern, or if we can find it, I would suggest that you maybe stick with the merino, something that's got a little bit of grip to it, shall we say.
Are you a Ravelry user? Do you put projects in Ravelry?
I am a Ravelry searcher, but I don't put my stuff up like I should.
I don't either. I have not uploaded things to Ravelry for probably a year since I was in the very beginning of Ravelry. And at that point, I was really good about uploading projects. I don't anymore. So I'm the same way. What pattern was this? What yarn did I use?
I did this last week too. I'm going to show it because I actually brought the garment back in, or 2 weeks ago when I was here. And I didn't have a pattern. I'd gotten it like years ago, and Chadwick managed to find it on Ravelry during the live. But yeah, I don't know that we're going to have that kind of success with the triangle scarf. There was like 51 pages I had to go through. So yeah. We have a bunch of people joining, jumping on. Diane, good morning. Connie, thank you. She says I'm beautiful. I appreciate her. I look beautiful anyway. It's inside and out. It's inside and out. Good morning, Brenda. Pat, good morning. Connie was in the shop yesterday. Oh, Connie got a sneak peek of your yarns yesterday. Mm-hmm. She says they are yummy. They are.
Thank you, Connie.
I didn't get to see them till this morning, and the colors are just like I haven't had a trunk show that I wanted to walk out if there was so much yarn. Oh. Yeah. Cheryl, good morning. Kay, good morning. Lori, love Carolyn Shaw, must make one. What is the pattern? I don't know.
Let us know.
I will search for it. I have stuff at home. I got piles of patterns. I just have to search for it. We'll find it. I promise. I do.
Would it be in your library though on Ravelry?
I looked. I looked. So
maybe it's out of a book. Maybe it wasn't a Ravelry pattern.
Well, I remember it being a pattern, but I think it may have come in with some other yarn or something. And so I'll find it. I promise I will get it figured out. Jennifer, I am hoping to come in this weekend from Idaho Falls. Well, I'm hoping you're coming in too. It's going to be gorgeous. And you're not going to believe this yarn. You got to come in and see it. Okay.
Oh, stop. Just stop.
Oh. Okay. What are you wearing? Tell us about what you're wearing.
I am wearing the Branches and Buds Pullover by Carrie Bostic Hogue. Love this pattern. It's a yoke, so it does not have the raglan shaping. I did this out of my Sportacular base, which is 100% superwash merino in a sport weight. And I did the pale color here. The pink is just my blush. And then the taupey gray is my beaver colorway. Now, honestly, I don't know if I sent you those colors. I have probably 150 colors in my inventory. So it's hard to send everything. But this is a fun, awesome pattern, very easy color work if you're new to color work. I did mine with like a 3/4 length sleeve.
Love a 3/4 sleeve.
I did too. I live in Spokane, Washington, and it gets cold here, but it also, I like to wear sweaters, in the spring and even in the summer. I try to do them year round. So it's nice to have a little versatility that you can wear when it's not quite so hot.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And it's good for layering.
Yeah.
Good for layering. Okay. What am I knitting? I brought my bag this time. Chadwick doesn't have to go fetch it for me. So last week Cynthia says good morning and she loves your sweater.
Oh, thank you, Cynthia.
So 2 weeks ago, I came in and I was wearing this garment, which is it's called the Capelet Tank, which we found the pattern for it, for those of you that didn't get to see it. So here's the Capelet Tank, right? You actually knit this big giant tube, and then it goes right into the tank. All right. And so we found the pattern for it, and I was so excited about it. I thought, oh my God, I'm knitting another one. And I did. And I So I actually finished it Tuesday morning. I got to show you the colors I used, which I'd love to show you the tank, but hey, guess what? It's in balls again. So I used the Malabrigo Dos Terras and I paired it with this beautiful wool pop. So, you know, who doesn't make those little mistakes? It's a DK weight on the pattern, and I'm pretty sure this right here is more of a worsted weight, right? I remember it being big. And so I knit a size smaller, but I forgot that I'd used the worsted weight. And so when I went to try it on, I'm like, nope, that's a little small. That's not going to work. And I'm wearing it. So that, and I wanted to make sure for those of you that are interested in knitting this, okay? In the pattern, it's all one color. And I did two. And I ran out of the Malabrigo about right here where you end this is, oh my gosh, the basket stitch, right? Seed stitch. This is seed stitch. So I ran out of the Malabrigo right when the seed stitch ended. So I just switched to the other color. And when I put it on, I didn't like it because when the collar laid down, you could see the color change. And I didn't like that at all. So note to self, you got to knit it all the way down to where the little sleeves, to where you finish the sleeve. And so that's what I was knitting.
You know, I love that. I don't do sleeveless garments because I just don't. But wouldn't that be cute to do that and then pick up and do a little 3/4 length sleeve?
Well, and you could, but the cool thing about this, and I actually wear it with a jacket, is what I typically wear it with. But this collar is actually big enough, if I can find the other end of it, it's big enough that it actually kind of goes over your arms. You can fold it over your arms. You can wear it up here as a cowl, or you can wear it and it comes down about right here on your arms. The capelet part.
I love that.
It is such a fun, versatile garment. I loved it. Loved it so much in it too. Loved it so much that I want it right, and I tore it out, and we're starting again.
All right. You know what? I just wrote that down on my list.
Yeah, well, and there will be a link in the comments as well.
Nice.
So what are you knitting right now? Do you have anything you're working on?
I do. I am a big sweater knitter, and I'm raising grandchildren, backstory. But anyway, I'm raising grandchildren, and they have finally become of the age that they are knit worthy. And so and
what is that age?
Late teens, early 20s.
Okay.
You know, I used to knit when they were younger. I've been raising them for about 17 years. And I used to knit when they were younger, but you know, I would find in their laundry hamper a hand knit sweater or a poncho. And I said, done.
Yep.
Not till you. So I've done the other two girls, their sweaters. So I am working, I'm going to show you a picture. This is the cold shoulder pullover, and I hope it's kind of like along that same line, you know, it's got the big, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh no, we can, absolutely.
And so I am doing that. And so you start with this huge neck, and then you knit down the sweater. So I'm got separated for the sleeves, and I'm almost to the point that I'm going to do the rib. And then you go back and you pick up and do this huge collar. Yeah. So it's very similar to that one you did. So it comes down over the shoulders. Oh, so, and this is done on a worsted. So I'm doing this on my superwash worsted and in my stormy weather colorway. So it's just shades of gray. Shades of gray, not 50. There's only like 3.
Only 3.
So, and I'm a big sock knitter too. So I always have socks on the needles. Socks are my go-to, you know. I'm a total team 9-inch circular. Always have socks going.
I cannot do those little tiny circulars. I'm a magic loop person.
Oh, are you? I'm not me. And then this is a test knit that I'm doing.
Oh, cute.
This I do a mini pride collection. And I'm going to be doing a collaboration for Pride Month with a bag maker. And so this is a slip stitch cowl pattern that I'll be doing with the minis. So I had a girlfriend write me the pattern, so I'm just doing a test knit.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So this will have the 6 different, rainbow.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a pretty monogamous knitter. I went through a phase where I wasn't. And so I try to have like one sweater, one pair of socks, one shawl or a cowl, and occasionally a hat. I'm not a hat wearer, but I love making hats. So
yeah, they're fun. I like wearing them too.
Yeah.
I think we had a question. They wanted to, could you remind us what sweater you're knitting again?
It's the cold shoulder pullover.
As you have cold shoulders because they're exposed.
And it is by, I don't know if it says here, I just printed off the front.
Yeah.
A Knititude. It's a Knititude pattern.
Oh, cute. I like the Knititude.
Yeah. So it's just a real kind of a simple potato chippy type.
Yeah. Potato
chippy. I try to do like a color work, and then I'll go back and just do, kind of a mindless one.
Yeah, you got to have those. I mean, that's what this little capelet tank is. I mean, I knit almost the whole body on Easter. I mean, it was just in the round. It was fabulous.
And Zoom, thank goodness for Zoom this year. Zoom knitting is the best.
Chadwick said he found my shawl. What's it called?
I can't say it.
Yeah, it is some weird name. We can't pronounce it, but he's gonna put it on. Look at that, Chadwick. Man,
you probably should keep him around for a bit,
right? Good thing he works for nothing. No. All right, that's it. That's the one. See, you can see on the wool when you look at it, the wool, it holds a lot better than the bamboo. Everything just slides. All right, Nancy, let's get to you. Let's talk about Trilogy. How did you get started?
Trilogy. How did Trilogy get started? I have been a knitter for years. A little back history here. Knitter for years. I think I was probably in the 4th grade when I started knitting. So knitting for longer than a lot of you have probably been alive. But I recall as a child, the family would get together on Sunday evenings for dinners. And my grandmother would come and we would do slideshows, and I could hear her needles clicking in the dark. And I thought, I like that. So I picked up knitting in the 4th grade. And then I quit knitting for a while, just because when I started, the yarns were not what they are today.
Yeah.
It was your Orlons and your very, very rustic wools.
Yeah.
And about probably 25 years ago, I became reacquainted with knitting and loved it. But still just kind of dabbled a little bit. Wasn't anything that I was, it was something that I would do, but it would take me, a couple months to make a sweater, just very slow at it.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to about 16, 17 years ago, I lost my daughter and she had 3 little girls. So I became the parent of 3 little toddlers. And so for therapy, I really got into knitting. Anyone that's a knitter knows that, knitting will center you unless you're having issues with a problem, and then you put it down. But really got into it as a form of therapy about 17 years ago. I got into dyeing yarns, I'm going to say, I think the first time I dyed a skein of yarn was probably about 8 years ago. My husband was a contractor who did tile work and was very good with color. And he wanted to learn to knit. And he became ill and could no longer do the construction business. So I taught him how to knit. And like I was telling Carolyn before we hopped on, we became knitting gypsies. I had been in the medical field for
I love
years.
that so much.
Yeah.
Goal. That's my new goal.
Knitting gypsy. Yeah.
I mean,
and so, and he took to knitting. He loved to knit. He actually designed a couple projects. And so we did this circuit where we would do the high-end art shows from California to Montana. So every weekend we were in a different town. He would drive, I would knit. And we did that for about 3 years for full-time for a living, which was difficult because I still had kids at home. So, we would rush to California for the weekend, and then come home and deal with whatever happened while we were gone in the house. And then we thought, well, dyeing would be kind of fun. So we dabbled a little bit in dyeing, but then he got pretty ill. And so everything got put on hold. We couldn't do the traveling anymore. And so long story short, we had to go over to Seattle. It was about 3 years ago for a bone marrow transplant. Sorry.
Oh gosh, you feel it.
Yeah. So anyway, I came home without him, and I thought, now what am I going to do? I'm raising kids. My partner is gone, but I still love to knit. Thank God for knitting. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to start dyeing, because he loved dyeing so much that I thought, I'm going to dye yarns in his honor. So I started dyeing yarns just as a hobby, just for fun. I had to get a job, because here I am all of a sudden with this big house and kids. So I did get a job in a school district, which I thought would be perfect because I could have summers off to be home with the kids. But I really loved dyeing. So I just started dabbling. And then when COVID hit last year, and I was just doing it as a hobby, just playing. When COVID hit, of course, everything shut down. And so once again, I'm out of work. I'm supporting kids. By then I've got, one in college, one on the way to college. And I thought, okay, I've got to do something. So I took dyeing to a whole new level. And it was a year ago, the end of this month, that I decided, okay, I'm going to do it full time. I'm going to make it. And so Trilogy was born. Trilogy because I knit, I crochet, and I dye. So Trilogy meaning 3.
That was one of the questions.
Yeah. Where did the name come from? And yeah, so I have become a dyer of this crazy business. I worked it so hard this last year. And it was really hard because the yarn stores were closed. Mm-hmm. And so it was hard to do trunk shows. So I had to do all the marketing. Like I was telling Carolyn, my background is in medicine, not business. So I had to learn how to build a website, how to market my yarns, how to, interact with the public, and really pushed it. And I worked very hard this last year to make Trilogy a name. And I ship yarns all over the country. International shipping is hard, but I do it. I'm starting to get into the trunk shows. I'm so excited that I'm there with you guys, not personally, but virtually there with you guys. Yeah. So anyway, that's okay. The story behind Trilogy.
Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful story.
Oh, well, thank you.
I got to tell you, I looked over at my computer about the time that part came up, and so many hearts went up.
Oh. Thank you.
They're sending you lots of love, this tribe is.
Yeah, life throws you these curveballs, and you just have to go on,
Yeah. You just gotta go on.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of moving on, how about we go? I'm going to take the phone off this, and we're going to walk around and go on tour and look at these beautiful yarns. You can tell us about them and talk about what it is that inspires you today in your dyeing. So I'm going to switch my camera around. Hopefully, there it goes. There it goes. And here I think we're starting right in with the Sportacular. Can you see those?
I can see those. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one of my faves. This is what cactus flower. There's so many that I think I'm going to have to leave here with.
So where I get my inspiration, it's, there's so many different things that strike me that sometimes I'll start with a picture. If I see a picture, I have one colorway called Midwest Sunset, and it's probably there somewhere.
Yeah,
but that was based on a photo of a sunset from an airplane view over the Midwest. And so I thought, that is gorgeous. So sometimes I'll start with a color. Sometimes I'll start with a name.
Yeah, okay. So seriously, this one's my favorite. Llamas in Drag.
That's llamas that want to be alpacas. Yeah. They just
llamas that want to be alpacas.
Llamas in Drag. That is about a 3-month-old colorway. And yeah, that one is a really fun one. And you can pair that with so many different tonals.
So many. You know what I like about it too is I've got a hat that I knit, and I think it is a lot like this, where there's so many different colors in it, and they have and I have those alpaca pom-poms from Toft that have the snaps on them, and I have like 5 different colors I can wear with this hat, and it makes every time I put a different color on it, it just changes the whole feel of the hat. It's so cool. I love them. So looks like we've got a couple of different lines of DK. I think the MCN is a merino, cashmere, and nylon.
Right. That's an 80-10-10.
Okay.
So, and then I just have 100% superwash in a DK also.
Okay. Yeah, that was, we've kind of gone through that one already. Kind of went by, gosh, is this still yep, cactus flower once again.
Yep, cactus flower. Yeah. That was, I do a Christmas and a Halloween Advent. And so cactus flowers was one of the mini skeins for the Christmas Advent. And I had so many people want me to make that one a full skein. So
yeah, well, it is gorgeous. So it looks like we're moving into, look at that. Oh, cactus flower again.
Yeah. Several different bases.
This is your fingering weight. What is plush? Is it just
the plush is the merino cashmere nylon again.
Ooh, plush cashmere.
Yes.
Oh, I just love it.
Yeah, it's a very plump fingering. My plush base is a very plump fingering.
I think this is, here's a little plush. Here's the garment that you've done out of it. Oh, let me just spread this out a little bit.
Oh, is that the dotted rays? Yes.
Yes. It's gorgeous. I love, is that a peacock edging?
Mm-hmm.
It is beautiful. We've got some great models in here. Thank you for sending those. Those always help.
Oh, yes. It's, I at one time was doing little color swatches, but depending on what you're making, it's totally going to knit up different. If you're doing a sock as opposed to a sweater.
Yeah.
So, it's just kind of fun to do.
Drag. There she is.
Llamas in Drag.
Oh, and I think I love this one too. Yep. The sexy cowboy.
Sexy cowboy. Everybody needs a little sexy cowboy in their life.
Right. Everybody does. All right. So we made it back to the Sportacular. We're going to wander over here to this other stand. And here we have your superwash worsted. You have a superwash and a non-superwash worsted.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there's the laughing llamas again.
And for people that don't know, the non-superwash really takes the dye up differently. It's very muted, not as vibrant.
Oh, I want to grab. Let's hope I've got one over here. A laughing llama in the non-superwash. Here's
llamas in Drag. Yeah.
Llamas in Drag. Yeah. This is beautiful. What pattern is this?
That is the Hipster Light.
God, I just love that.
Without the little tassels. And that's the I'm
Yeah.
Speaking colorway.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Oh, and look at that. So here it is, folks. Here's the difference. Here we have a worsted. Sorry, I'm going to try not to get the shadow in. And the superwash. And I just can't seem to get in here without a shadow. How's that?
That means the sun is shining.
It is so different. Well, it's the lights above. But that is amazing. It is so different.
It's very different, right? Yes.
The non-superwash takes it very differently.
Mm-hmm. Very, very muted.
Here's more of the nons. Oh, that's a pretty color. Golly, there's so many of these. All right, and then here we have Glamorous. Yes, Glamorous. Tell us about Glamorous.
Now, Glamorous is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon in a fingering.
Okay.
So I really like the merino cashmere nylon, the plush base. I use the Glamorous for socks though, because it doesn't seem to, you're going to get that little bit of rubbing in the heel where a little pilling is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I notice with the Glamorous, I don't have that quite as much. And I think, like I said earlier, I'm a sock knitter. I wear socks year round. Summertime, I wear shorties if I have to wear socks.
Yeah.
So, yes.
This is beautiful.
Oh, that is a slip stitch mosaic shawl, the Forever in Blue Jeans. That is done on my Midnight Cowboy and Teddy Bear.
Okay, so. That's beautiful. All right, looks like we got some sparkly stuff in here.
A little bling. You can always use some bling in your life.
Oh, here's that Midwest sunset.
Oh, the Midwest sunset. Yes, with the sparkle. Isn't that gorgeous?
That is so beautiful. Looks like there's clouds in that sunset. Storm clouds even.
Storm clouds.
I'm
not sure. Did I send you a cowl out of the Midwest sunset? It's a lattice stitch cowl.
Is that it?
That is it.
There is a cowl.
And that is actually a free pattern on Ravelry, the lattice stitch cowl. The gal that is designing my cowl for my my mini prides did that one also. And and that was done out of the Midwest sunset.
Okay. So we have lots and lots of sparkle. It looks like we've got a single ply. Is that singles? That's what this is called.
Right. It's a 72% merino, 28% silk, I believe that one is.
Okay.
And I love doing shawls out of the single ply because not the shawl you're wearing would not work for that because it's too slick. But with the single ply, you have such a gorgeous drape in your yarn because the yarn's not ply. There's no twist to it.
Oh, I love a single ply.
Drapes. And then with this silk, it gives it this amazing sheen. I actually have a summer tee I did out of the single ply too. It's just a nice drapey.
Yeah, I love a single ply. I'm with you. Well, that and listen, she sent quite a few. Like it looks like there's at least 4 skeins in each colorway. So we've got some quantities here.
Right.
We've got garment quantities. So get in here and get a look at this stuff before I take it all home.
Let me just say, I don't want you to ship it back. Just ship the sample garments.
Right? Just the sample garments. I don't blame you. So Nancy, where do you see Trilogy in 5 years?
Where do I see Trilogy in 5 years? A year ago when I launched the website, I had a 5-year goal at that time. And that was to make Trilogy a household name, So I will continue on with that goal. Before COVID, I was going to be doing a lot of the fiber festivals. And of course that got shut down. So I did do some virtual ones, but I just see Trilogy a household name.
All right.
Well, I like to make it available to anyone that wants it. I try to keep my yarns affordable so people can afford them and stuff. But yeah.
Well, we'll do what we can to help with that goal.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, listen, I'm going to cover just a few little events and announcements that we need to make. I'm going to check comments real quick, though, before I do that, just to see if we got some questions in there. I may have to go back a little ways to see. Chadwick, did you see any big questions? Okay. All right. Lots of oohs and ahs. Can't wait to come in and see it. So many pretty colors. Many of those would make lovely fades. Patty,
Yes.
that is absolutely right.
I did a fade. Lori. Yeah, I did a fade with my fingerings that words.
Escape you.
Oh well, I'm blanking on the pattern, but yes, you can do some fun fades.
So Brenda says, holy moly, you have pulled me in. The colors are glorious and such an awesome array of options. I may have to come in this weekend. How long will the trunk show be here? Trunk show is here for a week, to the 21st. So
2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so get in here. These colors are gonna go fast. So if you want something, you better get in. Oops. Catherine, she's logging on a little late. I'm glad you made it. Okay, so events and updates. What have I got? Number one, I talked a little bit about it in the beginning when I was talking about my shawl. We are launching our Q2 contest, our knitting and crocheting contest today. And we just thought it would be fun, like find something kind of just to get us moving into summer. And so we want you to pick your favorite summer song, the song that just makes you feel summer and think about summer, and then use that as your inspiration for your colors or your garment, what you might be wearing. And my song is Summer Lovin'. Yeah. And this garment just has always reminded me of a beach with the browns and the blues in it. And so this would be my example. So we're doing both knitting and crocheting. We're gonna be giving out first, second, and third place. Get to win yourself some U-Bucks. You can come in and buy some beautiful yarn. The parameters are lace to DK weight, minimum of 400 yards. And you know what I don't, Chadwick, have is the date that things are due. Maybe Chadwick can, if he can, look that up real quick. I'm going to move on. We'll get back to you on that. He's running upstairs to grab his calendar. Moving on. Spring Tangle. Spring Tangle is happening. That's going to be May 2nd this year, which is on a lovely Sunday. We're going to do a brunch. Roots will be catering for us again this year. Love them. They're just down the street. Like to support the locals. So Spring Tangle event. We have been going round and round and didn't want to make a decision on how the format was going to be this year until we got a little closer to it. Things are looking good after spring break. We didn't have the spike that, you kind of would have expected to see, and we haven't seen it. So this morning, I finally called the ball and said, this is what we're going to do. The state says we're in stage 3. So that means people, the numbers of 50 or fewer can meet. We do have a smaller space. And so we're selling 30 tickets, and then a few staff members are here. We can fit everybody in, but I can't guarantee that you're going to be 6 feet apart. We will be wearing face masks, except for when we're eating. So this is what we're going to do. If you're comfortable coming in, if you've had your shots and you feel good about it and you're comfortable, come on in. But if you're just not quite there yet and you don't feel comfortable, then we're going to set up the virtual option. So instead of only allowing 15 people in like we did the last time, and the other 15 were virtual, we're just going to allow that to be your option. We're going to do our very best to keep everything sanitized, encourage the face masks. And and do what we can. So it's your comfort level. You make that decision and we'll figure it out. So we'll have to probably be reaching out for those of you. I know we've sold a couple of tickets already, and they do start going fast. So if you want to come, you better get in, get your tickets bought. They're $50 a piece. $10 of every ticket is going to go to Artisans for Hope, and they will be there that morning to tell us more about their organization. And I'll be talking more about them over the next month as well. So I think that's it on the Spring Tango, unless anybody's got some questions they want to throw out that I can answer right now. What else? Next classes. Okay, you guys, seriously, this class is going to be so cool. This is called the Underwing Mitt, and it is such a perfect little springy thing. Look at this guy, right? Just a little fingerless mitt, and it's got that beautiful little butterfly. And it's some gorgeous color work. Now the butterfly, the third color in here is stitched in later. It's like embroidered, right? Or I think somebody said it was called double knitting. Clearly I don't, yeah. I would call myself advanced, but maybe I'm still just an intermediate knitter.
Yeah, duplicate stitch.
Duplicate stitch, there you go, duplicate. Anyhow, it's got these great, I just noticed it had these fabulous little moon phases on the cuff there. So it's going to be a great color work, beginner color work class. Cindy's teaching it. It starts on, let me see, May 1, and there's 3 sessions. So Chadwick will have a link. You can go and check it out, get the times and everything, and see if it fits in your schedule. Cindy has gone through and put together some little kits. So if you want to just, and I believe they're online. Ooh, they may not be online yet because I haven't taken pictures of them, but they will be. Okay, so here's another one. So she went through and did some great little kits, but you are welcome to come in and pick your own. The other class I want to talk about is the Fizzy Drink Coaster. All right, so this is a great class in foaling. Okay, so you're going to create this square, and this honeycomb pattern is just all the rage right now. Thank you, Stephen. It knits up nice and quick. It's only a 2-session class. So you knit it up, you full it, right? You put it in the washing machine with the agitator. And then when it comes out, you cut it into these 4 little adorable coasters. And look at the other side, the wrong side actually stripes out. So it's kind of cool. You can do either or. So anyhow, we have that class coming up. That starts actually the 17th. So if you're interested in that, there's a few spots left. So get in and get a bot, and it's only 2 sessions. And what a great little gift. What a great, like when we actually start having parties again and we have to have hostess gifts. I think that I would love to get some of those. That's for sure. April 17th, interestingly enough, it's when the Fizzy Coaster class starts, also happens to be LYS Day. LYS, your local yarn store. So the purpose of LYS Day is just to show support for the local yarn stores, right? To just come in, show the support. TNNA's usually is the one that started it. And we're kind of keeping it going. I think TNNA we haven't heard a lot from them lately. Because they've been, COVID, everybody's world's got rocked. And so anyhow, but TNNA is still kind of pushing it out there. Alexandra, of course, is always active in that. And she has a custom colorway that we'll have here on the 17th. And she's going to be joining us on the live on the 15th next week. So come in and join us next week, and we'll get caught up with Alexandra and answer all kinds of questions. Oh, and I think we're going to have a Spin the Swift set up for LYS Day. And Ruby, you will be around. We've got this cute little stuff. Her name is Ruby, and she hides in the store, and people find her, and they get like half off a skein of yarn if they can find her. So it's kind of fun. A little scavenger hunt. All right. Oh, and KFI, our friends over at Knitting Fever, are also doing a promotion that if you spend $75 on a KFI or Euro yarn, you'll get a $25 code to spend in their pattern library. So KFI would be our Ella Rays. And we've got a super wash. We've got Ella Ray Classic, which is 100% wool. Oh, and we've just got a bunch of colors of the cozy alpaca in. Super drapey and snuggly. The Juniper Moonline. This is Stargazer. And we also have Zoe in. And this is flying off the shelf right now. And our other one is Queensland, the Brisbane. So any one of those yarns, any combination of those, you total up to $75 and you get $25 code. So we'll have more details about that in here. So ask about that on LYS Day, April 17th. All right, I folded my thing up the wrong way. All right, last but not least, a quick reminder that we are shaking up our schedule and we'll be closed on Mondays and Tuesdays starting the 19th. So that's in 2 weeks, right? We only have like one more Monday and Tuesday we're going to be open for a while, for don't know how long. Anyhow, it just kind of made sense. It actually creates a lot more space for us to do more classes, which is, I think, where we'd like to focus a lot of our attention right now. So please keep that in mind. I know how frustrating it is to show up someplace thinking they're going to be open and they're not. So spread the word. I hate doing that. I hate it. Anyway, all right. That's all my announcements. That is it. Do we have any questions or comments we need to talk about? Lori said she loves my LYS. So many places no longer have one. You're welcome. It is true. There's a lot of them struggling, but boy, there are some that got super bendy and are doing great, which is awesome. Okay. Oh, so it's giveaway time. And I always forget to announce at the very beginning, how do you get to be a part of the giveaway? Well, all you have to do is comment on this video or interact with it, like it, love it. And it puts your name in the drawing for the next week. Okay, so those of you, if we have any new people out there today, you'll be in for the drawing next week. Anyhow, so I've got my cute little Wuthering sheet bag here. Look at this cute sock sack. I don't know if you've ever seen these, Nancy. I love them. They have this little tiny separator in the bottom here with the zipper. It's got a nice pouch. And then it's got these little magnet yarn guides. So it just kind of keeps them from getting mixed up. What is the giveaway today? Nancy said, I get to choose.
You get to choose.
I get to choose. So I think this is what I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose any 2 skeins of yarn that you like. How does that sound? Or you know, if you can't get into the store, we'll figure it out. We'll get you on Zoom and we'll show you all the colors. How about that? So any 2 colors and any 2 bases that you want. And I think that, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm drawing a name. Here we go. Lori Carson. What did she get done? She's coming in, I believe. So she gets to pick out her 2 skeins of yarn. Congratulations, Lori.
Congrats.
Yay. She was very active today too. We love that. Love the interaction. All right, does anybody else have any more questions or comments that they want to ask anything for Nancy? We have to give it a minute because of the delay. Yep. It looked like you got some sun up there. How is the weather in Spokane?
Spring in Spokane. I think there was snow some places locally. I woke up to rain. The sun has been trying to shine, but there's some pretty ugly looking skies. So we get all 4 seasons sometimes in one day here.
In one day. Yeah.
But there, you know, so it confuses the plants. You know, the plants are starting to bud out. And we're not, you know, we're in a valley, so all the mountains around us are covered with snow still.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm ready. I'm ready for some deck knitting.
Right?
Yes.
Well, yeah. You go find yourself a Beach Boys song and allow it to inspire you.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Okay, so I think I don't really see any other questions coming up, and I think we've been on here for a while. It's been almost an hour now. And Nancy, it's been an absolute pleasure having you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I hope everyone comes out and does some shopping with you.
Yes, well, and I hope that within the next year that you will be here in person and we can do this.
That would be wonderful. I love doing in-person trunk shows. I love meeting people. It's, you know.
Well, we love it too. So,
yes.
All right. Well, you have a super great Thursday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Chadwick, are you ready to sign off so I don't have the awkward pause thing?
Yes.
Okay. All right, everybody. Y'all stay twisted out there. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.